Okay, sure, yeah, that works too. Her crime? That's not even a crime. She was coerced.
Yeah. Here we go. Her crime. Wait.
Do you want to be Antonin?
Yes, because you're her, so... Okay, yeah. Ew, I don't want to be a sleazebag. Ew.
Do your best to sound as unappealing as you possibly can.
Who thinks he's full of himself? Antonin?
Antonin. Sounds like antonym. He's an antonym. Bad.
Lame. Get him out of here. Get him off the stage. Throw those tomatoes at him.
Boo, you stink!
Oh, man. Okay. Come over here, Giselle.
Gag.
Disgusting.
That was great, but so bad.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it. I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
Hopefully it doesn't stay long.
Oh, gosh.
I don't
want to stay there. Come over here, Giselle. There's like French music playing here, and I'm just like, are we in France? Of course.
I got a sting in my heart just seeing Giselle's name pop up. Oh, hey, yes.
I don't want to
read this. I don't want to be here. Anyway.
Oh, okay. May I ask why you asked me here so late at night, Master?
No. Ew, I hate him. Punch him. Get him out. Shoot him.
Get him where it hurts. The old
1-2.
crotch twist.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to have a little chat. Care for some wine? Come closer. I'll pour you a glass. I hate him. Why am I speaking like...
It's an abuse of power too. Oh, I'm so mad.
I had this wine imported from up north. They use very hard water. And like... I want to slap myself right now.
I know.
They use a very hard water and like it rather tart, so it leaves quite the lasting impression on your tongue. And yet, it goes down so easily. You can't seem to stop.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
No, you're doing a great job. I really hate this guy.
I hate how I'm speaking as if I feel grossed out by this.
Good. That means you're doing a good job.
I didn't even know I could speak like this.
I know.
What do you say? Have a sip? Or does your expertise as a trader allow you to evaluate a wine's quality without tasting it?
No, but,
Please, Giselle, don't trample all over my good graces.
Very well then. I will have a sip, Master, but no more.
Just leave, just run. Have you ever considered growing your hair out? Oh, I said that quite wrong, but almost correct.
I get the same statement across, but you know.
Have you ever considered growing out your hair?
Having long hair made it difficult to do my job.
You're not a merchant anymore, though. You deserve to look like a woman. Why do women always need long hair, okay? Like, I don't get that.
Men.
I don't get
These
that.
types of men. I mean, we could go into a history lesson about
hair,
cultural looks and all that hair. I mean, there's tons out there, but
yeah.
for this, it's, I don't know, he just wants to shape her to be the perfect woman to,
For his taste.
For his taste,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Slap him. Get him out. Shut the door. Bye. He would like Pauline. Ew.
Don't feed her to him!
You deserve to look like the woman you truly are. I have no doubt longer hair would accentuate your natural beauty. It's a gorgeous shade of black, so deep a man could just get lost in it for years. Ugh.
I'm gonna barf.
I'm gonna barf. Oh, get her out. Just leave. I can't. It would contrast the color of your skin fabulously. Highlight your eyes, your cheekbones, your nape, your shoulders, and your chest.
Ew.
Ew. Why are you looking there, boy? Get out. Get out.
Isn't she like a child?
Oh.
I should get going.
Oh, but we're not done talking yet.
I would not want a lack of sleep to interfere with my ability to work tomorrow. Thank you very much for the wine. It was delicious.
No need to be cold-hearted now. From the moment I first laid eyes on you...
Master? That's enough fooling around for one night.
Now, don't be afraid. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. I simply want to express my love.
Stop it. Stop.
Oh, get him
Stop.
Let go of me. I only came here to work, nothing more.
The first time I saw you, I thought it would be a tragic waste to leave you to wither away, working at some little street-side shop.
Stop!
You can't tell me you didn't know a merchant girl had no place in a house like this, even as a servant. There's only one reason you would be allowed here.
No, I swear, it never even crossed my mind.
It would seem you're even more innocent than you look. But you figured it all out now, haven't you?
No, let go of me! Stop this!
Keep your voice down. Don't shout, Giselle. If anyone were to find out about this, you would be the one shouldering all the consequences, not me.
But...
You're a maid, and I'm the master of the house. Whose word do you think holds more weight? Don't worry. I won't do anything to hurt you. I promise your family will be exceptionally well taken care of. Your mother will have the comfortable life you wanted for her. But you know what will happen if you raise a fuss and make a fool out of yourself. Not only will your family not get any of our money, and not only will your sister not get to marry, you'll all spend the rest of your lives on the streets.
How could you be so cruel? This is blackmail.
Blackmail? For a merchant's daughter, you don't know much about trade, do you? Then let me give you a little lesson about the market value. The goods you're after, Giselle, are not cheap. Understand? Now let me see that beautiful body of yours.
Ew, dude, I'm gonna friggin'. Stop! Stop!
Melody.
Yes, Jade.
I cannot stand this type of stuff. Like, you know, what person in their right mind can, but like, I am gonna not.
Yeah.
This is making my chest quake. My ribcage are rattling.
Bleh. Just bleh.
Yeah.
Hopefully we just get through this fast and just he can die like Maria did. That's all.
No, he deserves worse.
Oh yes, he does.
Anyway.
But I want him to at least die
Yeah.
because he's a rich man and rich sometimes get away with a lot of stuff.
Sometimes, all the time. Like, anyway.
He was an older man, so I hadn't expected him to be very strong. But I couldn't break free of his grip, and I found myself entirely at his mercy. Beneath the gaudy outfits lay a hungry beast, and I was seeing the creature's true colors for the first time that day. The aging man ran his disgusting, slobbery tongue across my exposed skin. Everything he placed his hands upon withered away. Every piece of flesh he pressed his lips against putrefied? Rotted, decayed, wrinkled. I trembled in revulsion, at which the man laughed, seemingly interpreting it as something else.
Ew.
I wonder what kind of place hell was, if hell's wardens only flayed and carved their prisoners. I would have preferred that instead. I would have rather been sliced into tiny little chunks and cast into the hellfire. I would have chosen eternal torment over being touched by this man another second. But I didn't get to choose my hell. Eventually, the man forced open the gates I had been holding fast. Oh my God. and spread his festering death inside me.
Could we just get out of here, please? Oh no, he's talking more. Oh no. Ugh.
I want to punch something so bad.
That rage room's looking really nice right now.
It really is. It really, really is.
Listen to me, Giselle.
Shut up. You're doing too good. I hate you so much. Oh my god.
Guys, help me, save me from Jade's wrath. I'm doing too good. Oh, jeez. It is in both of our best interests to keep this between the two of us. If you can do that, I'll continue to do good by you and your family. Oh, don't look at me like that, please. I'm thrilled to have you here in this house, Giselle. She has long since lost her mind, after all. The house lost? What?
I don't know. I just want to get out of here.
It's torture just being in the same room. And my sons, they hardly ever come home. Why does it matter if your sons come home?
No
I hope.
distraction, no company. Just a lonely, lonely monster.
Yeah. But you, Giselle, you give color to my dual life. You make it exciting once again. Now go on back up to your room. I'll be waiting here at the same time next week.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
How did she escape? The wife found out? Yep. All we see is black. It's very accurate. All we see. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep. I can't. Oh my gosh.
I knew you guys said it would get bad.
But this got so much freaking.
This is not the bad I was wanting. I expected bad. This is not.
I feared that this would be in here at some point. I thought it was gonna happen in the last little fake story, and it didn't. I hoped too soon. Just like always.
We thought we were free. No. Okay.
This is too much. I can't. Okay, go on.
Did you want to just say it one more time?
No.
No? Okay.
I want to get out of here.
Cool.
I couldn't escape from the man's grasp. No, God. Not when he used my family against me. Some weeks, I would just not go to his chambers, my one feeble means of resistance. But when I did that, he would send another Abigail to come find me the next day. I couldn't ignore his summons when he got other people involved. And then, when the two of us were alone, the mask would come off. And he would discipline me for not showing up before taking care of his usual business. On good days, he would leave bruises in inconspicuous places. My abdomen, my inner thighs. God. But he went as far as carving a word into my skin with a knife. Heartlet.
Is that his name?
No, that means like a...
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah. That was why I was afraid of knives.
Oh no, stupid Michelle, she's traumatized. Leave her alone.
That was why I was afraid of men shouting. I wasn't even sure what to regret anymore. I was in far too deep. There was no turning back the clock. I even considered taking my own life on more than one occasion. Maybe I might be speaking too soon, but I'm surprised it wasn't a baby.
Yeah.
But every time the thought crossed my mind, happy memories came with it.
Okay, I don't mean to be this dark, but she did say she punched the abdomen.
Oh. Oh.
I just want to point that out. But yes, okay, we're moving on.
I mean, good, but bad. You don't want to... Everything about this is terrible.
This is why I'm thankful that we're not in these times anymore.
Melody.
Yeah.
Things like this still go on.
Yes, indeed, they do. It is awful. and it should not.
It's just shown up in a different way, whether that's like any sort of higher power.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Back when it was just the three of us girls in the shop. Life may not have been easy, but it was never dull either. I didn't want to end my life at its absolute lowest point. I wanted, if just temporarily, to go back to the way things were back then. The objective was the only thing that allowed me to keep going. When I was in his presence, I tried to convince myself I was merely an object. I had no emotions, so he couldn't hurt me. I was merely a vessel, a construct of flesh and bones. His hands couldn't reach my heart, for it was not connected to my body. Doing that made it a little easier to bear. But the reality was, it was impossible to completely sever my heart from my body.
Who is this? Just get me out of here. Why are we here? Please, please, please.
Liddy? Do you want to be Liddy?
Yeah, I guess. Zoom she'll be super happy and hyper, and I don't want to be that right now, but...
It doesn't have to. It could be a very stoic person, woman. I don't know Lily's personality. Just choose something.
You're Giselle, aren't you?
Oh.
The mistress. Oh, I see. You're Giselle, aren't you?
One day, the mistress of the estate stopped me in the halls. She had, supposedly, once been quite beautiful, but now she was only haggard and bony. Her skin dry, her eyes sunken, her hair faded and stripped of its luster. Her head down, her cracked lips barely moved as she spoke. Age didn't appear to be the only thing working its merciless magic on her either. There seemed to be something eating away at her from the inside too, something that could burst at the lightest touch. Yes, I'm Giselle. Is there something I can do for you? The mistress rarely ever left her chambers. I had been told it had been years since she attended her family supper. So what would bring her to come looking for someone like me?
And you?
What? I wasn't sure I wanted to know the answer.
You're having relations with my husband, aren't you? You are, aren't you?
Madam?
You wretched creature! She was telling me the truth. One of my trusty maids caught a glimpse of you through the crack in the door. She saw you with him, you filthy rat! You seduced my husband. You devil! You conniving witch! You don't get it, do you? You don't realize how grievous your sin is, do you? Someone! Anyone! Restrain this girl! She's a demon! A devil! Tie her up and hand her to the clergy! No, that won't be enough. A witch... You have to burn her bones, scatter the ashes, or she'll just come back to life. Yes, execute her, kill this woman, burn the witch, seize the piece she's stolen from me. Cursed, it's cursed. This house is cursed. Not only has it taken away my daughter, now it's trying to take away my husband. Oh God, please shine thy cleansing light upon this house.
I knew it would be a waste of breath trying to talk to her. She was not sound of mind. There was madness in her eyes. I didn't even have to make a fuss about it. It happened all on its own. If there was no way around it, then I should have just done it myself after the first time. I didn't have the energy to argue with her, or to cry, or to shout. Before long, a crowd began to form around me and the sobbing mistress, and in it stood him. I assumed he would just stand back and watch. But much to my surprise, he stepped in, with an embarrassed look on his face, tried to settle his wife down and convince her not to have me executed. Maybe he did have a heart after all. Or maybe he just wanted to save face. Regardless, instead of being burned at the stake, it was decided that I would be sent away to some remote forest. One of the previous Bollinger family heads had purchased a mansion there long ago, but it had been abandoned because of the stories people told about it. They said a cursed witch dwelled in the house. She had returned to life after being executed, and now skulked about in the darkness. It was the perfect place to banish a sinner. And so, accused of adultery, I was in a carriage on my way out of the capital the next day.
Yes, please, just get us out of here.
Dude, oh my gosh. I hope my mom and sister are alright. The two of them will believe in me, even if no one else does. The wooden wheels turned, carrying me away. The music is getting scarier to that cursed mansion. Just a silent coachman and a single sullied passenger. Looking out through the window, I could see the city walls slowly fading into the distance behind us. I doubted I would ever set foot in this land again. Ever cross the Grand Point again. It was a saddening reality, but at the same time, I felt a surge of relief. I had finally escaped from that house. I had finally escaped from that man. The sense of freedom slightly lessened the weight of everything else I was feeling. A good while after we left the capital, the coachman handed me a letter. On the sheet of parchment was a rather startling revelation. There was someone else already living at the house where I was to reside. The Bollingers' youngest child. But the letter didn't say why he had been sent to the cursed mansion, only that he was there. Beyond that letter, the letter only made a single request. That I look after him and not ask any questions. So, I'm not just being sent off to the middle of nowhere. I still have work to do. If I look after whoever's at the mansion, then they'll have to do the same for my family. I don't have much say in the matter either way, I suppose. The carriage rattled and shook as it traversed the stony path and bouncing around inside it. I resolved to take back my life, the peace I had once known, the cheerfulness I had lost, and to do so, I would forget. Lock away my memories, bury every terrible thing that had ever happened to me. Cast aside those memories and find my smile once more. I have no idea what I'm going to find there, but they couldn't possibly do anything worse to me. I'll greet them with a smile, and do my best to build a decent relationship with them.
Michelle.
I figured, since the both of us had been banished to the same cursed mansion, there would probably be other things we had in common. And so, I would forget it all, and get my life back, get my smile back. And that was everything that led up to me arriving at the mansion. All the wounds I never wanted to open again. I didn't want to think about that. I'd been trying so hard to forget about it. I wanted to forget about it. All about it. So why? Why do you have to make me remember? All I did was believe. Believe that we could make things work. Why? How could you? God, I can't take it anymore. Once the memories had broken free, they all flooded back with perfect clarity. Exactly how he ran his hands across me. Exactly where he hit me. Where he cut me. Like I was going through it again, this very moment. The rain was cooling me down on the outside, but so much nauseating heat built up in my gut. I vomited all over the ground. I threw up, and I threw up, and I threw up until there was nothing left but bile. When I had nothing left to expel, the strength evacuated from my knees, and I collapsed. I didn't know if everything was blurry because of the rain, or because my eyes had decided they were done looking at anything. The whole world twisted before me. Michelle's no different. My attempts to get close to him, to always keep a smile on, it was all a waste. The look in his eyes was terrifying, like he didn't believe in anything at all. He probably wouldn't have believed me if I had told him the truth. If he's convinced I have an ulterior motive, there's probably no changing his mind. Such cold rain. If I lie down here and go to sleep, I wonder if all the warmth will eventually drain from my body. And then I'll decompose and become part of the earth. You know, that might actually be nice. And like that, I always thought I didn't want to die. That I wanted to go back to the way things were. But who cares anymore? I did my best after all, and that still got me nowhere. Cheerful Giselle was all just a farce. And when I'm dead, all my worry for my mother and sister will fade away with me. Oh God, I doubt you have a place for me on high. I am, after all, an unclean woman, and I've given up on living altogether. But even if I can't get into heaven, that's okay. I just want release. The rain pitter-pattered down through the leaves overhead, chilling my skin. The cold spread through my flesh and onto my bones, my heart and lungs and stomach, freezing me like a block of ice. My consciousness drifted away from me, and the world slipped through my fingers. More than fear, I felt relief. Utter black, and that, I was sure, was the end of me.
Of course you won't let it end there though, writers, will you?
And that, I was sure, was the end of me.
I am, even now, putting her through a harrowing experience. Digging up the memories she locked away, the past she wanted to pretend never happened, and laying it all out before her once more. But I must get her back to who she once was, even if it means forcing her to endure this. She must remember everything, because I need to know. Why did she become the maid? And what secrets does this house hold?
You're Michelle.
I don't want to be Michelle.
I mean, there's still more that we haven't. That's just like, how is she still immortal? What happened? Is
Yes, my name is Michelle. I am not the white-haired girl. The person you were searching for was the man who once hurt you deeply. Me.
Why?
What was her why referring to?
Doggy.
Dang, she's really
It's because the
busting through.
the towel's there. Oh, hello, dear.
You kind of ruined our recording. You know, whoever's editing this is gonna scream at you, baby. They're gonna get back at you.
Grr. Bark.
Don't you love the chains in the background?
Yep. No. Because she's
Somebody save this woman. Somebody set her free.
Let her go.
And somebody get that sleaze bag
Yeah.
monster of a man and give him
Hell.
worse. Whatever's worse than that, worse.
Sounds good. Bye, Pitter Patter. Why I hurt her? Or why I'm here? Or perhaps why I didn't show up until now. Not having an answer for her, I clench her cold hands in mine. I wonder, were her hands this cold that night too? There's still more we need to see though. And it's still too soon for me to apologize. When she's gotten everything back, only then can I. When she's reclaimed herself. That is when I must tell her. Now, let us return to our past. Our story has only just begun.
What happens next? Didn't she die? Please.
No matter what we thought, or what we desired, no matter what we lost, or how much pain we suffered, we must not shut this door. Perfect darkness embraces us once more. I can see nothing, not even the woman beside me. But I shall not let go of her hand. I do not want her to slip away from me. I do not want to lose her. Here we go again. Oh boy. Hello. Oh. Stay with me! Are you alright? Oh, thank goodness. You're awake. How's your head? Can you see me?
What?
You had me scared silly there. I thought I might have lost you for good. I'm really glad you're alive.
Where am I? And who is this man? You sound like an upbeat man. What was I doing?
You feeling up for any food? I can whip up some porridge for you right quick.
Oh, I was in the forest. It was raining. Before that, I was at the mansion. I feel sick, like there's still something in my stomach. No, thank you. I don't want anything.
You really should have something. You need to keep up your energy. Unless you want to conk out again in an hour.
Sounds good to me. I'd rather never wake up at all.
You're not in the highest spirits either, it seems. All the more reason to get something warm in you. Please, have something. I've got some milk on the fire. I bet you can handle a cup of that. You start losing all hope once the cold gets that deep in you, reaches down to your core. Take me at my word, please. Just one sip. You'll feel like a whole new gal. Who says gal?
Old people.
In this age?
A heart-wrenchingly pleasant aroma wafted up with the steam from within the wooden cup. Succumbing to the sweet smell, I lifted the cup to my lips for just one sip, and the warmth that spread through me brought tears to my eyes. Perhaps there really was kindness in the world. A ripple spread across the surface of the milk. I heard a gentle sigh come from the man beside me. After which he said with a smile, "You should take it easy for the day."
Why didn't I get to say that?
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
I know. I had lost the willpower to think about anything. I didn't care about what happened to me or why I was here, who he was, or even where this was. I spent the whole day in bed, just watching the sun slowly slide across the wooden floor. It felt like I was somewhere far, far away. At times, I felt like a lost child, and at times like a sickly old woman on her deathbed. Watching the sun travel gave me a renewed awareness of the passage of time, and the fact that each moment that went by was another moment I was alive. I realized then that it had been a while since I had gotten more than a brief glimpse of any sunlight. It almost surprised me how colorful the world seemed beneath the sun's light, something I didn't get much of in the dark mansion. Only after losing something do you realize how much you need it. Warm milk, the light shining through the window, and a bed that smelled like springtime. With those three things, my heart slowly began to defrost, and I started to regain the willpower to stand on my own 2 feet. Thank you for everything.
You sure you're in any shape to be on your feet?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm not hurt.
You looked pretty beat up to me. But you look a lot better now. And you're talking a lot more clearly than before.
You've been very generous, despite having never met me before, and for that you have my deepest gratitude. Without your help, I would no longer be in this world.
I don't deserve your thanks. You are alive now because God's guidance made it so.
God.
I came across you early this morning, as I had headed into the forest to hunt. Imagine my surprise seeing a young lady like you on the ground in my path. What were you doing in the forest? You don't have to tell me anything if you'd rather not. Everyone's got their own share of personal problems.
You're not going to demand I talk?
I have no reason to force you to do anything. You look like you've been through hell and back.
What?
I could tell just by looking at you. Now then, do you have somewhere you can go?
Somewhere to go. Of course I don't. I can't go back to the capital or the mansion.
If not, then why don't you stay here?
Here?
Sure, it's a small village. We're self-sufficient, and we all help each other out. No tax-hungry lords know we built this place up either, so we keep everything we make. We're pretty remote as a result, and the harvest isn't fantastic, but I'm sure you'll find it comfortable here. The rest of the villagers will be glad to have you. What do you say?
Sorry, Mom. What I'm about to do might make the rest of the family's lives more difficult. But I don't want to have to feel any more pain. If I really wouldn't be inconveniencing you, if it's really okay, then yes, I would like to stay here.
That's great to hear. I was loath to send you back out there in your current condition. I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? Oh, excuse me.
Amity? Amadei?
Amadei?
Should I look it up?
Probably.
Oh, goodness. Alright, here we go.
Pronouncenames.com.
Alright.
Amidi.
Amadei.
Amidi. It's French.
Amidi.
Amidi.
We're going a lot of French here.
Amedi.
Amidi.
Amedi.
Luckily, I just have to say it once. You might have to say it more. The name's Amadi. Just one lowly villager of many.
Hi. I'm Giselle.
Giselle. That's a beautiful name. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a vacant house. Clean it up, and you can call it home.
I couldn't possibly ask for that. I doubt others would like if I just took a house for myself.
That shouldn't be an issue. I'm the village's representative, more or less.
Representative? Like the chief?
Only in name, though. As I mentioned, we're not on any lord's maps, so I don't have much representing to do. The only reason I ended up in charge is because I'm a bit more educated than anyone else.
Dang.
It was a long time ago, but I understudied with a priest. Because of that, I'm familiar with the Bible's teachings. So rather than chief, the people of the village look at me more like a priest. Wouldn't be much fun if the church found out about that. They're liable to think I'm acting unordained.
Then, you believe in God?
That's quite the question. Of course, God exists. He's always watching over us. That's why you survived. because he protected you. I understand that your faith can waver when you're going through times of tribulation, but there are times when it's most important to keep sight of who you are.
Right.
Now, you get some rest. Tomorrow, I'll show you around the village.
Thank you. I truly mean it. I really sincerely appreciate everything.
Don't mention it, Giselle. This is your village now, too, so you don't need to act like a stranger anymore.
Okay.
Oh, a nice, godly man.
So, he's a Medi. He seems like a nice man. Maybe here, I can live in peace. It'll be alright, I'm sure. Yeah. I wasn't silly enough to believe my life would be perfect. But I had found a tiny fragment of my lost hope. While I had once been ready to give up on absolutely everything, I was starting to feel like I might be able to smile again eventually. Like I might be able to get back on my feet. And in order to do that, I had to cast aside my past once more. Forget everything that had happened at the Bollinger estate, and everything that had happened at that mansion. Forget about Michelle. There was one niggling curiosity, though, that I couldn't shake. Something he had said before I left.
My very existence threatens to tear down that house. The cursed youngest son of the Bollinger family. Michelle, who made a pact with the devil, who is supposed to be dead, but is very much alive.
What had he meant by that? Why would people think that he was dead? No, I don't care about Michelle one bit. Forget it. Forget about everything. If only it was that simple. But we're still here, so...